Hi, good morning, afternoon or evening to Dr. Norun. Today we're going to present about our philosophy and current issue assignment titled Utilitarianism in Everyday Moral Judgment of the Public. As you can tell from the title, the theory that we've chosen for our assignment is utilitarianism. Okay, these slides are going to be presented by me, Vincent Law Wiche, and my partner Muhammad Najmi. Without further ado, let us begin. Okay, to start off, what is utilitarianism? Well, utilitarianism is a moral theory that focuses on the result or consequences of our action and treats intentions as irrelevant. Um, Meaning, good consequences equals good actions in this field. And it is founded by two British philosophers, Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, in the 18th century. Okay, both Jeremy and John Stuart agreed that actions should be measured in terms of the happiness or pleasure that they produce. After all, they agree happiness is our final end. It's what we do everything else for. Think about it like this. Many of the things that you do them for the sake of something else. You study to get good grades, you work to get money, but why do we want good grades or money? There's a lot of ways to answer these questions, but ultimately our answer will bottom out in happiness. Utilitarianism is a moral theory that applies equally to everyone, and it is often said that utilitarianism is a hedonistic moral theory. This means that the good is equal to the pleasant, and we work to pursue pleasure and happiness and work to avoid pain. Um, it is not an egoistic theory, because egoism says that everyone is to morally pursue their own good. In contrast to that, utilitarianism is other regarding and not self regarding only. The difference between the two moral theory, utilitarianism, we should act to produce the greatest good for the greatest number. However, for egoism, it's we should act to produce the greatest good for ourselves. Which leads us to the principle of utility. Utilitarianism is described as a principle of utility because sometimes doing what provides the most pleasure to the most people can mean that you yourself have to take one for the team. It can mean sacrificing your own pleasure to produce more good overall. Because sometimes doing what's best for everyone could mean sacrificing what's best for yourself. Alright, I'll pass on the rest of the presentation to my partner.
As my partner Vincent previously explained about utilitarianism, let's talk about a real-life example. Imagine for me, if you will, that you are currently sharing a small umbrella with another person. You sacrifice yourself and share your umbrella with another person so that he or she doesn't have to be soaked under the rain. But in return, you might damp one of your shoulder in the process. If a person does this, then the person thought like a utilitarian, meaning you chosen the action that would produce the most overall happiness for the group, even though it produced less happiness for you than other alternative would have. Alright, if that doesn't make you understand utilitarianism, let's move on to another example. Let's take an example from DC Comics. Why DC Comics, you ask? Because we all know that DC Comics is better than Marvel. Let's take a look at Batman and the Joker. Should Batman kill the Joker? If you were to ask the Dark Knight himself, with his absolute moral code, Batman would say absolutely not. When you think about it, Batman is very Kantian about his ethic. Regardless of what the Joker does, Batman will never kill him, because for Batman, killing is definitely wrong, and he will always throw the Joker into prison over and over again. Kantianism is all about sticking to the moral rule book. There are never any exceptions, meaning for Batman, he will never kill the Joker no matter what. Sure, Batman will have the Joker thrown back in Arkham jail over and over again, but we all know that the Joker is going to get out at some point. He's always get out. And let's be real here, the Joker is never going to stop killing. And once he gets out, once he's free, he's going to kill again, causing terror to the innocent people of Arkham all over again, and the cycle continues. And when the Joker gets out and start killing again, wouldn't a little bit of that be Batman's fault? Batman has been in a position to kill the Joker hundreds of times. He has had the power to save anyone from ever being a victim of the Joker ever again. The question is, if you have the ability to stop the killer and you don't, are you morally pure because you didn't kill? Or are you morally dirty because you refuse to do what needs to be done? Batman refused to get his hands dirty and kill the Joker once and for all, and in return, the people of Arkham will continue to fall victim to the Joker over and over again. If Batman was a utilitarian, he should kill the Joker. To summarize the theory of utilitarianism, basically, the most important difficulty for utilitarianism is that it emphasizes consequences exclusively. Utilitarians claim that the end always justifies the means, and therefore we can do anything to maximize utility as long as the consequences are good. My name is Muhammad Najmi. Thank you and have a pleasant day.